Hello, guys. It's Chris, and I'm back with another fat acceptance TikTok cringe react. It's been a while since I've done a fat acceptance react, but I do enjoy doing them. So, I'm getting back into the react. So, they will be coming on the steady type of a schedule, guys. So, I'm happy to report that. This is a compilation from a channel called Celestial TikToks. I'm not going to use the full video. I will link it below so you can go check them out, give them a like or a sub if you like this type of stuff. For those of you who are new, my name is Chris. I have a medical background. I have studied health, diet, nutrition, weight loss, stuff like that on my own as well. I have lost weight before. I'm currently losing it again after I gained it back when I developed severe problems with Lyme disease. So that's a little bit about my story. Nothing I say is medical advice. If you think you have anything going on, always check with a doctor. But I do try to give helpful insights and information and stuff in my videos, so that they're hopefully not just entertaining, but maybe a little bit informative. I do have a little bit of a snarky sense of humor, so if that's not you, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend anybody. And I'm like a Gen Xer. I just tell it like it is. If you're returning, thank you guys so much. I am super excited to be back to the old YouTube grind. I want to reach at least the partial monetization by December. If I do that, if I can hit 500 subs or more from December, by December, I will do Vlogmas, and it will be I'll figure out what I'm going to do for Vlogmas, but I will do that especially if I can hit 500 subs. So let's get it. Like the video, comment, share. You know what to do with the old YouTube thing, right? So okay, we're gonna watch these and see what is what. For those of you not watching, I will try to read what the TikToks are saying and describe it as best as possible, and yeah, we'll go from there. So, okay, this first clip says, me one day randomly having the urge to stop being ugly. And it's Splotch Maker, good old Splotchy, stitching this.
Me one.
And then it quickly showed a picture of like a model looking girl, in shape, thin, fit, attractive.
Day randomly having the urge to stop being ugly. Hashtag weight loss. 1.1 million likes.
These people Splotchy's one of the ones that hates thin girls. And they get so mad when thin people or somebody smaller than them gets more likes than them when they post something, or if it's like a transformation or a progress picture. I mean, it just gets their goat so bad. It's hilarious. I mean, Splotch Maker, look, you can't even sit up to make a freaking TikTok.
All it is just calling fat people ugly. Like,
it gets her so mad. But listen, now I'm not saying fat people are ugly. I'm saying some people are ugly and some people are attractive. Someone that I may find attractive, you might find ugly. Appearance, preferences, they are not fatphobic, but they are subjective, they are individual. And it's just a fact that if you're a little chubby, yeah, it might look good, but once you get to a certain size, it is no longer attractive. Okay, when you get to be like Splotch Maker and these people where they are bigger round than they are tall, and their body starts growing lumps and bumps and things that aren't supposed to be there, and it's like the fat is taking on a life of its own, and the skin's discoloring, and that's not attractive. But more so, it's the lifestyle that isn't attractive and the health problems that come with it. When you're that big, you're not eating healthy, you're not active, you're not getting up in the morning and wanting to go do things and be productive and stuff like that. So a lot of the times that is like one of the things that's more unattractive than the actual physical aspect. But yeah, no, you can't fault people for like not being attractive to a certain type. Some people don't like women that are too thin. Some people don't like tall. You know what I mean? It's all very subjective. But no, you have to think fat girls, not people, not women, just women. You have to find fat women attractive. What I eat in a day as a fat girl, okay, and it's all crap, I guarantee it, because I have to get back into the series. It takes a little more time to do, but I do what I eat in a day, fat person edition, or just anybody edition, and I do carb and calorie counts, and it's clearly not genetics why they're their size. People don't get up and cook anymore. This is like showing cookies. Yep, 7:30 in the morning, biscuits with a healthy water though. That water undoes everything. Ate the whole thing. Sausage sandwich with some sort of sauce and a Coke Zero. And just on some big white bread. Looks like there's butter spread on there. Not even butter. Butter's not a problem, guys. It looks like margarine. And that margarine, that hydrogenated seed oil, how it looks in the carton, like in the tub, that's like what it's doing in your arteries and in your body. Like hydrogenated seed oils, margarines, the worst for you. They are so inflammatory. They are so bad. Eat the real butter. Just don't eat it by the stick.
Me when I see brown sauce.
And I know some people go, oh, artificial sweeteners are awful. Listen, yeah, they're not the best, but it's better than like eating the real full sugar, because that really messes up your insulin levels, your blood sugar levels. It's very inflammatory. Fat is not the problem, guys. It is sugar. And I just cannot break my vice of diet pop. It is my vice. They will have to pull it out of my cold dead hands, I'm afraid. I have cut down, but I don't know if I can ever fully get rid of it. So I'm not knocking these people for drinking the diet sodas and stuff. At least they're not getting calories and sugar from that. Small miracles, you know. Potato chips or something? Oh, a bag of like cheese curl things. And that's all by 10:30 in the morning. Now, noon, 9 chicken McNuggets with ketchup and a Sprite. So drinking the sugar there, shouldn't do that. Again, nothing they cooked homemade. And there's nothing wrong with this stuff, like occasionally. But this is like what these people eat, like literally every meal, every day. How? How do you afford it?
No chips as being healthy.
Oh, no fries because she's being healthy. And honestly, go get some chicken McNugget. It is a better choice to skip the fries. You know the fries are delicious. I mean, I love his food. It's delicious. But it is a little bit better. But she should have probably went with a diet soda there too, and it wouldn't have been bad. Oh, then 5:30 p.m., Golden Star Chinese munchie box, plain noodles, and salt and chili battered fries with a Fanta Zero. So, okay, so there's like this big giant tray of French fries, which is probably about 3 portions. It looks like deep fried onion rings or calamari rings. She said there's noodles in there somewhere. It looks like little mini egg rolls. Looks like some the chicken on a stick, like the barbecued, like Chinese barbecued chicken. Some of the little battered and deep fried grease sponges that are the chicken that comes in like the sweet and sour chicken. Guys, dude, a couple sauces. This is, like I said, once in a while, but this is all in the same day. And this is seriously like 3 meals worth of food or enough food for like 3 people. It's just the portions are out of control. And it's not good for you.
First bowl.
And yep, there's some carbs on carbs on carbs, white processed carbs, some battered and deep fried fries with a big pile of Chinese like lo mein type noodles. Again, tasty, but this is horrible and highly inflammatory. You can't ever when you eat like this claim that it's your freaking genetics. when this is seriously like 4,000 calories for the day. How you don't love yourself when you eat like this, you know. But the pop has no sugar. Yeah, that's a ton of food.
Second bowl.
And then more like they look like corn chips at 7 p.m. So less than an hour and a half after that big ass Chinese meal. God, see, this stuff doesn't fill you up. It's like they're full, but they're not getting nutrient dense, truly nourishing food. And this food is meant to make you just want to keep eating and eating and eating and eating. And clearly it's working. And then 20 minutes later, strawberry, like, fruit chew type things. They're called pencil bites. Oh my God. And then an urn brew, like some sort of is it like an alcoholic drink in a can? I don't know. I don't really drink. Oh my God. And then at 9 p.m., Remo's chippy sausage supper, 1 piece and chips with brown sauce. So another huge piece of white bread, another big takeout container of French fries. And these are all processed in seed oils, guys. These are cooked in soybean oil, the corn oil, the cheapest oil you can get. I mean, Jesus. And then like this looks like a battered, like a fried and battered sausage. And this sausage is seriously, it's like a foot long. And there's 2 of them. And she said she ate 1. Okay, I take it back. It's not, this is seriously like 5,000 calories plus. I would be sick if I tried to shove all this down. But a Coke Zero.
I love brown sauce so much.
Oh my God. And at 10:30 p.m., 6 whole bags of pickled onion potato chips. The little individual bag. Jesus. Listen. This is like beyond just, oh, I was extra hungry or I was having this is all the time. First of all, I want this woman's food budget to pay my bills. And this is gluttony. This is gluttony. This is food addiction. This is greed. Yikes. People like that. I mean, geez, okay, here.
I always have to eat the multi-pack.
She always has to eat the multi-packs. Yeah, that's why you shouldn't buy the multi. And then again at 11:30, this woman started eating this crap at 7:30 in the morning, and she's still going at 11:30 at night. Hasn't cooked one thing. Now she's having a Mars bar. Wow, wow. Okay, this says Stitch incoming. This says, my boyfriend really just said, I love your body, but I'm really concerned about your health. Oh no, heaven forbid somebody that cares about you be concerned about your health. What an asshole.
Leave now.
And then this girl, Stitch incoming, says, leave now.
That's not about health. That's fatphobia. That's ableism.
Oh, it's not about health. It's about phobia. It's ableism. No, it's called when you love someone and you want to be with them and spend years with them. And I mean good years, not years where you're carting them around to the doctors and you watch them get sicker and sicker and see them get on more medications and become less active and less mobile. And then you guys can't go and do things. You can't live your life. You can't do fun things. They can't. And you spend the last few years basically being a caregiver and having no quality of life. That's not what you want for yourself, but you don't want that for the people that you love. This man is showing that he loves her by saying, hey, I'm concerned about your health. Clearly it's not looks, because he's there, he's with her, they're doing the damn thing. This is just the stuff that makes me really mad, because this guy loves her and wants her to be healthy. And newsflash, no matter how much you say it, you're not going to make it untrue that your weight and what you eat especially once it gets to certain extremes, does affect your health. It does, okay? This is reality. And you people live in la la land and you think just, oh, if I stick my ears and my finger in my ear and go la 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 enough, oh, it won't be true. No, it's always going to be true. And you're going to figure it out when that diabetes and heart disease and all this stuff comes knocking at your door eventually. And then they say that, oh, their food and their weight doesn't cause it. It was stigma and oppression and stress. No, someone saying, hey, you're fat, or, being fat's not healthy does not cause your pancreas to wave the white flag of surrender and give you diabetes. It doesn't cause the fat buildup physically in your liver and around your kidneys and around your heart. It doesn't give you the lowered ejection fraction for when your heart can't pump the blood effectively to your big old body. That is purely your doing. Oh, these people make me mad.
You don't owe anyone health.
You do owe people health, though, because our health care is all inclusive. Like, you running up the medical bills and the medical system makes everybody else pay more in insurance ultimately. And if you have a family, she owes her boyfriend health. If you are in a relationship, you owe that person health, because they should be able to count on you trying to be your best and healthiest for them so that you can be reliable, dependable, and be there for a long time. And especially if you have a kid, you owe your kid health to be there for them, to not die young and leave them orphaned, to not teach them your bad habits. Get the hell out of here. Oh.
Health isn't static. At any point.
No, health isn't static. It can move. It goes up and down. And I know there's some things you can't control, but you sure as hell can control what goes into your pie hole.
Any able-bodied person could become disabled. And if your partner only...
Yes, you can. In an accident due to MS or something. But if it is solely based because you've eaten yourself to it, it's preventable. It's not a disability. This is what I say. Obesity is disabling, but it's not a disability. It's a self-inflicted state, and your medical care shouldn't be covered if you do it to yourself. They should be able to say, look, if you're taking any assistance from the state or from your insurance or anything like that, if you're not paying out of pocket for everything, your insurance, the state, whoever you're getting assistance from should be able to say, look, you have 18 months, 12 to 18 months, depending on how much you have to lose, to show us that you're making changes, you're losing weight, you're adopting a healthier lifestyle, or your coverage is done. It's nuked. Come back in 18 months for the doctor's report showing how much you've lost with proof, your new labs, all that. I'm sorry. I mean, that may sound cruel. People may not like that. If not for people who truly can't control, people who have actual disabilities, but people just eating themselves fat and unhealthy, they should be required to lose weight. They should, at least, and not to be super skinny and all that, just to get to a healthier place where they can work, they aren't taxing the medical system, and they can not be a burden.
Wants you to be healthy, and that's what they're looking for in a relationship. They don't care about you.
Yes, they do. And yes, it's not nonsensical to expect and want health from your partner. I want my partner to be healthy, to go do things with. I want somebody who's active and wants to go kayaking and hiking and get up in the morning and do all these things that I like to do, that I value. Okay, and if you value health, which you should, then it should be expected, and they should expect it from you. But clearly, you don't really have standards.
This video seems to be about...
Yes, if you're new here, these set me off. I go off. It's like 8:15 in the morning, and I'm just starting a day off just with a bang.
about fat phobia, honestly, which is enough for me.
Oh, so what? If it's fat phobia, who cares? You say fat phobic to me like it's something offensive. Good. I'm proud of it. Give me a t-shirt that says, hey, I'm fat phobic. And all I got was this stupid t-shirt. I want to be fat phobic. Everybody should be afraid of getting sick, like dangerously fat.
Me to say bye, but this is part of a bigger problem too.
If you...
And the woman saying that, of course, was a morbidly obese woman. This is okay. Here's Jordan Hall, so it's going to be some type of crap.
Self-identify as body positive in any way, shape,
Everybody should be able to be body positive, Jordan. Everybody should be able to love themselves. But go on.
or form. Stop scrolling. I have a challenge for you. When you come across a fat person's page and you want to compliment them, stop yourself before you give a gendered compliment. And I don't mean gendered like beautiful or handsome. That's not the kind of gendering I'm talking about. I mean explicitly gendered. So don't call someone queen. Don't hit them with "you go, girl."
But I can if I want to, because I don't conform to the whole pronoun, make up my own gender. I identify as this one day and that the next. For people who believe in that and want to do that, you have that right. But the rest of us have the right to not conform to that. And if someone is a female and I want to say, "you go, girl," I can say it because I still have my freedom of speech. I don't know how long that's going to last, but it's a compliment. So don't tell people, if you can't take a comment nicely, then get off the internet.
Just stop and interrogate why it's important to you to affirm that person's gender.
It's not important for me to affirm their gender. It's, hey, that's a biological female. I'm not going to call her a man or a them or a freaking Apache helicopter. No, I'm going to call you what you are, or at least what you very clearly try to identify as. Because I don't play this.
Because that instinct is rooted in fatphobia and transphobia.
Is it? Guys, could you tell me in the comments how that is rooted in transphobia and fatphobia? How is me calling somebody what their gender actually is, how does that circle back to fatphobia? What if she's thin? What if the person's thin? What if they're underweight? How does that come back to fatphobia?
Yeah. And as a
The
fat
reach
trans
is good
person
here.
who gets a lot of these comments, a lot of queens thrown around.
There is a large
Yes, because Jordan tries to identify as a he, they, although she wears girly clothes, lots of makeup, models female clothes, wears 6-inch fingernails. Yeah, you're a woman, so that's what I'm going to call you.
population out there that does not think that fatphobia is a real thing.
It's not really a real thing. Like, only like true people with Anna have like a true fear of being fat. And even then, it is not necessarily about the size. It is a control thing. It's a very serious mental illness. Fat phobia is not real in the way they describe it. I think that people should be fat phobic. Like I said, you should be afraid of getting unhealthily overweight.
Which is insane to me because, like, the contempt that the general public feels towards fat bodies is just so blatant, in my opinion. Like, it's seeped into everything.
Because you're demanding that people in society change everything for you. And we're not talking about people that just have a little bit of extra cushion for the pushing and whatnot. These are people that are eating copious amounts, making themselves unable to work, unable to contribute to society, taxing the medical care system, demanding we change planes, buses, trains, everything for them. And it's greedy. It's greedy, and it's over consumerism and gluttonous to eat yourself to a state where you get to the size and maintain where you are eating enough for 2 or 3 or 4 people. It causes a lot of excess waste. It's not good for the environment. It is. People look at it negatively because it is a negative character trait. It is a negative behavior pattern. That's why. Like, it is what it is, okay? And if you want to be that way, fine. But just accept that it's not the most admirable of lifestyle choices.
And it's really sinister, too. Like, there are entire industries that feed off of fatphobia and self-hatred.
You know what other companies feed off of people like that? Big pharma and big food, fast food, stuff like that, because they keep giving you more and more and more, and you keep wanting more and more and more. So you're like their proverbial cash cows.
And there's still people out there who say that I'm being a dramatic SJW snowflake for being like, maybe we shouldn't be prejudiced towards people because of their bodies.
But it doesn't just have to do with their bodies. Like I said, it's their behavior. Okay, this says, what I wear to swim in my pool that makes my neighbor uncomfortable. This lady's clearly privileged. She's filming on an iPhone or whatever for TikTok and has a nice, big, lovely pool. And it's very lovely. It looks like very nice.
I wear to swim in my pool that makes my neighbor.
Okay, now listen. She's in her house. If she wants to swim naked, fine, go be it, do it. I'm glad she's swimming. She should swim for an hour a day. That's a lot of good exercise. It's low impact. This woman is very morbidly obese. She's got massive sarcopenic obesity, which is she has really big legs. She has big arms, but most of her weight is carried in her abdomen. She has a very large apron, which is that fupa hanging down to the middle of her thighs. That's indicative of a lot of not just subcutaneous fat, but visceral fat. There's definitely fat on her organs. She definitely has some degree of fatty liver and insulin resistance. She's going to have joint issues. This is very, very much just not healthy. And you have to eat a lot to maintain this size. And I don't care. She can wear whatever she wants. You know what I mean? And I'm glad she's swimming. But she should try to change for her own health, you know, so that she feels better and doesn't have a lot of long-term problems in the end. But God, I mean, I'm seriously though, but I mean, she's got like an actual front butt. Is that what they call the front butt? That is crazy. This woman seriously has like 150 pounds she needs to lose. She looks quite short. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like the excess roll, like her body is making new places to store fat. It has to get, when your body has to get creative to find ways to store the energy stores you're over consuming, you really should try to make changes. And for someone like this, she could start off with small changes, just changing her diet a little bit and doing her swimming, and she could see some big changes. Okay, this is another very large, morbidly obese woman in a bikini dancing by a pool. Again, if she wants to wear it, it's a cute bikini. Don't hate it. And I hope she swims. I hope she swims a lot. And then when she's done, swim some more. Like, fine, if you just want to get on TikTok and dance, that's fine. But like my opinion personally, like there's nothing wrong with that. But I did I would never do it. Like, I need to lose weight and I would never do that. When I grew up in a time when like obese people like dressed for their bodies and stuff, like I don't find it empowering or liberating. Like when a lot of these women constantly just show off their bodies on TikTok or whatever. They get on here in their underwear or skimpy clothes, or they're pulling up their shirts and like smacking their big bellies around, making it do the wave and shaking and jiggling and lifting up their rolls and flopping them down. To me, that's more like feeder content, fetishist content. And it's not liberating and empowering because you're really just trying to get outside validation. My body's great. My body's great. Tell me how beautiful I am. Tell me how perfect I am. I mean, yeah, if you want to show it off, show it off. But some of them, I think a lot of them do it purely for the validation. And I do think to a degree, a lot of it is very self-degrading. But I think that too when women of any size do it. If they're just constantly walking around like naked, like half naked, look at me, tell me I'm beautiful, show, and constantly just trying to get that validation from their body, I don't think that says I'm confident, I'm happy. Don't depend on that alone to get your confidence. But again, guys, this woman has like 125, 150 pounds to lose. She's in a very inflamed, very unhealthy state.
You're telling me that Torrid just put out a new line with new fashion and they didn't include a single plus size body? Girl!
Oh no, Torrid didn't put a plus size model in one of their ads. Whatever will we do? You know, if this is the biggest problem you have in your life to focus on, boy, you lived a charmed life.
What?
And as a matter of fact, that woman in the top is a plus sized woman. But they're mad because they don't want to see plus size models. They want to see circular models, as in round. And that, I'm sorry, but they're not going to just show how flattering the clothes can be.
Bitch, come on.
Those were all plus size models, by the way.
I am so forward getting out of the floral with skulls, cold shoulder tops, tunic tops. Like,
guess what? Torrid's a business. They can use whatever models they want.
things that are so 2010. Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that Torrid is a plus size clothing brand.
And they used plus size models, not super extra huge multi-size models.
And just did an ad campaign with no plus size.
No, those were plus size women. That is what plus size actually is. Not like when you, like, again, not when you are like the shape of a globe. That's not plus size. That's not going to show their clothes as being flattering and how they lay. Once you get so big, everybody's body starts getting different. Like, someone might carry it all in their gut. Someone else might have big hips and stuff like that. Somebody could be like Amberlynn Reed and have a big giant shelf butt and stuff like that. It's like once you get so big, your body, the fat is distributed so differently to everybody that they can't use those models because they would have to custom make the clothes. Like, they just want models to be able to put the clothes on. The clothes look good. They fit right. Your body is shaped like a proper human, and go take the picture and done. They're on their way because they have more stuff to do, right? Not custom make clothes for every model that they're doing.
Bodies represented. And that's why I made my TikTok yesterday, because if your front page is for plus size bodies to spend money.
See, so they're not happy about this, yet Torrid carries up to a 6X. Like, no matter what these people get, it's never enough.
Where are the plus size bodies? Bitch! You can't tell me.
I wish this was all I had to worry about on any given day of the week. Guys, what about you? Like, don't you have other problems to deal with, like paying bills and dealing with your kids and take care of your house and your animals and your partner and your work and your, I mean, God, jeez, oh man. I mean, but nothing compared to these people who have to worry about what models Torrid is using in their latest ad campaign.
I mean, those bitches are plus size. You can't fucking tell me that.
Wow.
If you're too fat.
Okay, so Jordan's responding to a comment that says, if you're too fat to walk, that isn't a disability, that's just being fat. Like I said earlier, being that obese is disabling. It's not a disability. You did it to yourself, and they should give you a finite amount of time to start losing that. Or your benefits, your assistance is cut off. This obesity problem is costing us trillions.
To walk, that isn't a disability, that's just being fat.
Truth.
Let's talk about this. Many fat people have had the lifelong experience of going to the doctor, showing up with some sort of pain, some sort of symptoms, and being told that the only thing wrong with us is that we're fat and that we need to lose weight.
Now, listen, I've worked in a doctor's office. I was a paramedic and I worked in a hospital. Yes, a lot of doctors will say that. If you're fat and you have pain, every doctor should tell you you need to lose weight because excess weight exacerbates or directly causes pain. Now, I have never seen a doctor like that didn't check to make sure it wasn't something else. Still do the physical examination, maybe order x-rays, try some range of motion stuff, do some blood work, maybe have you do a little bit of physical therapy to get an evaluation. But they would be negligent medically if they did not tell you to lose weight. And I mean, this is the other thing. Like, I think to some degree, you have to be pretty big in today's society for your doctor to constantly be ragging on you about your size. Because I'm 5'1". My heaviest, I was about 190 pounds. And when I went in for my physical, when I went in for something, my doctor never mentioned my weight. Never said, "Hey, Chris, you're a little overweight. You need," and I wasn't a little overweight. I was extremely overweight. You have you thought about losing some weight? Your weight may be causing some issues. Never mentioned it, not once. In fact, I had to tell her, "Hey, I'm not happy with my weight. I really want to do something about it." And she was like, yeah, good. No, go for it. I got the okay. But these people that are constantly getting ragged on, and I was, like I said, between 50 and 80 pounds overweight. These people have to be extremely overweight and unhealthy for their doctors to focus so much on it. Because doctors see so many people these days that are big that I don't think, like, it's kind of become the norm to just be fat, right? To be chubby.
Meaning that our very real symptoms of possible disabilities are being ignored and being diagnosed as just being fat.
Like I said, I haven't ever met a doctor that didn't check for other things too. Like, they would tell you maybe while we're checking this other stuff, like, get on it, start losing weight. And even if this isn't the cause of it, losing the weight will help it feel better. I've never seen that, but I'm sure it does happen. There's like good and bad apples in every business, but I think that's more of an exception, not the norm.
After our symptoms are dismissed, there's two things that might happen. One, we go away
and not listen.
And regardless of how severe our symptoms are, we try to lose weight.
Good, which is what you should do.
Which, assuming you might have that disability that was left undiagnosed, is going to be even harder than it already is to lose weight.
No, listen, you don't need to go and start training for the Ironman to lose weight. You could not exercise at all. It's not going to hurt any disability you have to just try to eat less and try to eat healthier, make healthier changes to your diet. That takes no physical exertion whatsoever, the way something like exercising would. So that's not an excuse. Now, I know it's hard to give up foods, and when you especially when you get like to a size Jordan is, you clearly have a problem with overeating and stuff like that. That can be hard physically at first while you're dealing with hunger, and mentally. But you don't have to go like all or nothing. Like I said, just start by eating a little bit less, cutting out the snacks, cutting out some of the sugars or the carbs. Just stop drinking sugar. Just you could do it in steps, and it will add up to big changes.
Two, you might already be in so much pain that that's not a possibility.
Also, if you eat a crap diet, that's very inflammatory for your body. And just switching to healthy, whole foods, mainly meats, good fats, lots of vegetables, some fruit, a little bit, limited carbs, keep them whole and not refined and not packaged and processed. If you go and eat the more uninflammatory foods, the inflammation will decrease in your body, and that could help a lot as far as like conditions that with pain and fatigue and stuff like that are concerned.
And now you've been sent away without any resources to help. Assuming there is an underlying disability, your symptoms may get worse. As your symptoms worsen, you may lose mobility.
Jordan is always trying
and
to be the biggest perpetual victim.
You might gain more weight. And I'm not even going to get started on disabilities that cause weight gain, either through flu.
Nothing will will cause you to be morbidly obese. Medicines, conditions, stuff like that may make you retain some water, may make you more hungry and you eat more, may slow down your hormones a little bit. You may gain 5, 10, maybe 20 pounds. 20, 25, I would say, if you know, max. But nothing other than eating too much from the medicine making you hungry or whatnot, making you not as active. Nothing will make you obese. No condition, no medication, guys. That's just facts. And that can be hard to swallow, but it's true. But think of it like this. It's your fault because it's the food and stuff, but you can change that. You're not like a slave to this, oh, I have this disease and it's making me 100 pounds overweight and there's nothing I can do about it. Absolutely you can. Even with lipedema and stuff like Jordan has, you can lose weight because your whole body's not lipedema, and there's anti-inflammatory diets, very low carb, keto, carnivore, are actually extremely good for lipedema and have been shown to actually possibly be able to at least shrink slightly the lipedema fat or work on it somehow. That's like a new thing I saw recently. But yeah, this is an excuse.
Fluid retention or other tissue buildup that can't be lost with diet and exercise. After these things happen, that person is going to be fatter and in more pain. In more pain, not because of the fatness, but because their symptoms have been ignored for months, possibly years, allowing an undiagnosed condition to progress to the point of immobility.
Listen, at that point, they're going to be checking for things, but you're also making your condition worse by not losing weight or by actively gaining weight. This is just fact.
All because when they initially sought care, they were turned away because their BMI read a number that the doctor didn't like.
You weren't turned away. You were told to do your part while your doctor does his.
There is no BMI. That means that you cannot run tests on a patient who's coming to you for help.
And like I said, most doctors will. I know there's bad ones out there. I'm sorry if you've run into them. But for the most part, doctors don't get into medicine because they hate fat people and want to shame you and make your lives miserable. Like, that's not their life goal. They want to help people. So, yeah.
There is no safety-based medical reason to delay diagnosis of a patient who is in pain.
No, but sometimes when your weight is that much of a factor, it makes it hard to diagnose other things. Like, especially once you get to a size where it's hard to scan you, or you can't fit into a scan, or ultrasounds and stuff aren't as accurate because they literally cannot reach through the layers of fat. That makes the whole the whole diagnostic procedure more difficult sometimes.
Are these people who can't walk disabled, or are they just fat? Because they've been told that they're just fat.
Well, when you're too fat, that does affect your ability to walk properly. This is just truth.
And they probably believe that. But had that first medical professional been more vigilant, they could have a diagnosed disability. And they wouldn't know that, and you wouldn't know that.
And if you were in so much pain and your life was so miserable and you wanted to fix this, no matter what the doctor was saying, no matter how you felt about it, you would try to lose weight and you would go, okay, whatever, I'm going to try this. Because I like not being in pain more than I like food.
Which is why you can't.
So you would be proactive
make these assumptions.
A fat flash mob.
Jordan's got such a holier than thou attitude.
Fashion Fest, yes. Yesterday I went along to the Everybody
Fashion Fest, Fat Girl Flash Mob. Okay. I mean,
Fashion Fest flash mob, and it was the best time. Now, I didn't participate. I was just there to support my friends, but look how fierce they look. Fashion Fest is on in Melbourne at the moment, and of course we are protesting the fact that plus size people aren't adequately represented on the runway.
because they don't fit the clothes. These clothes that people use for like ads and runways, It's just they want to grab it and have it fit whatever girl is slated to be that size. Like, okay, grab her. Now grab that one. Grab this one. Any one of them that are hired for that show can fit into the, like, they don't have time to be altering clothes on a fashion shoot or a runway. Like, what don't they understand?
And although my friends
That's why all the models you see for standard modeling and stuff fall within a certain height range, within a certain size range, have a very similar body type, because they need to be able to go in, put the clothes on, they look, and that's it. It's like business. It's really nothing personal.
amazing. It was interesting to see the reactions that we got from people. Some people were like, yes, bitch, get it. And then other people definitely looked down their noses at them.
I mean, it's good to be confident in yourself, but I mean, look at the shapes of some of these people, of some of these women. Like, it's not natural. And a lot of them, they carry so much weight in their guts. And that's where it's the most dangerous. Like, that's where I carry most of my weight. And I am grossed out by myself, first of all. Not talking about no one else, just talking about me personally. And I know it's not healthy, and I don't feel as good, and I have trouble doing things because I used to be in a very fit, thin body. No, I was very thin and fit. I took care of myself. So I know the difference, and I want to get back there in the worst way.
At the end of the day, that's why we're here, because all bodies are beautiful.
I
And
want to go on hiking vacations and trips and all this stuff and everything. I want my family to be healthy, fit, active, get up at 6 a.m, go out on day trips, geocaching and exploring. You know, that's my life, and I can't do it in this body.
need to be represented.
Hi, so I wanted to make another time lapse of some of my Sunday reset again, because it's important to...
I've seen this one before, and it's this lady cleaning and stuff. I don't know if she's moving out or moving in. But this is very sad. This woman is as round as she is tall, and she has to sit on a wheeled stool to scoot herself around to, like, sweep the floor and stuff. That's very sad when your mobility has gotten to this point. She's not that old. Guys, this isn't how to live. Like, who wants to live this way?
have representation of all bodies doing things, so here's mine. It's a Zenus or Zinus one from Amazon.
And you don't think that there's anything wrong that you have to literally wheel yourself around on a wheelie stool to sweep dirt out of the corner of a room. That's very, very sad. That's very sad, actually.
Heavy duty, of course. I can link it if there's any interest. It's really nice and super easy to put together.
I had to buy a special bed, heavy duty.
As you can tell.
Guys, when you need to buy reinforced furniture, please reevaluate your dietary and lifestyle choices.
You can also see Huckleberry, my cat, being super helpful during this. Next.
She's sitting on this stool to chop spinach. Like she's cooking from a stool in the kitchen. Guys, this is sad. This is very sad. This is like you can't even stand up for 10-15 minutes to cook.
Next,
because of your weight. Something controllable. Like, dude.
I made myself a late lunch dinner. It's my version of the grinder trend, but without onions because I have parosmia, which is a long COVID symptom that distorts smell and taste for things like onion and garlic.
Okay, and she made a huge, like, I'm glad she cooked, but she made a big, huge salad, 2 humongous wraps, and has, like, a half of a plate full of giant, like, tortilla chips. This is her problem. Like, she doesn't need this much food, especially like with that salad. Why do you need 2 giant wraps and giant plate of chips? Have 1 wrap, just a few chips and a small salad, or eat the big salad and that's it. Like, wow.
I also realized a way easier way to eat kiwis, so that's what I'm doing.
Like, that's That's a lot of food, guys. Like, that would be like a proper mukbang for me, and I wouldn't be able to finish it. That's a mukbang for her.
Here in a second.
I'm glad she's eating the fruit. I'm glad she made the stuff at home. That's good. But, damn.
Every Sunday I do a deep clean of my BiPAP CPAP gear, so that's what I'm...
Has CPAP and BiPAP because obviously she clearly has sleep apnea, and it's definitely exacerbated or fully because of her size, and she could change it. This is sad that people just accept living this way, right? Like, it is like the lazy way out. I know it's not easy to lose weight, guys. I know it's not. I'm doing it. It's hard. It's a grind. It sucks. I tear up. I cry for certain things. I do. I have blisters on my feet from walking or riding my spit for 2-3 hours a day, like, or however much I do. I have to make very strict food choices. But it's great. Like, I hit my lowest weight in like 7 or 8 years, actually probably about 10 years. Yes, like yesterday. So it's worth it, and I'm happy, and that makes all the blood, sweat, and tears worth it. It's not easy. I'm not saying, oh, it's a piece of cake. I know it will be a ton of work, especially for someone like this who's got like well over 100 or so pounds to lose. And these people don't even have to, like I said, get to where they are 120 pounds, supermodel thin. No, just get to where you're in a healthier state. Like, I don't want to see a young woman like this have to use CPAP and have to like sit to do her dishes. That's tragic.
I'm doing here to make sure that I sleep well and breathe well throughout the week. And then next I start my kitchen reset. Cleaning the stove, getting fruits and veg ready.
She's sitting the whole time. Like, she's not even trying to stand.
For the week, feeding the cats, setting up their stuff, just getting done what I need to get done to make sure that I am really successful throughout the week. Wow. And feel good about starting it. Thanks.
That's very sad.
Now this is a bikini body.
Like this. Like, go wear whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But to set up the camera and stand there and like smack your belly around and slap it and jiggle it and pick it up and like, dude, that's not empowering. That's not beautiful. That looks like poor choices and bad health.
Ready to go piss some people off at the beach.
Like, I don't care if you're fat and at the beach. That's good. Go to the beach, enjoy yourself. You deserve to still enjoy things.
Like, the grief behind realizing that like we're not gonna be skinny, and like
the pain that she is talking about is very, very real.
The thing is anybody ultimately could be skinny. If you didn't eat, or if you ate in a calorie deficit long enough, eventually you will get to the point where you are quite thin. It just may take some people like forever, but you could. And nobody should want to be skinny, like a waif. You should just want to be healthy.
You're never going to catch my size 18 ass saying I wish I was skinny.
Like I just said, you don't have to be skinny, but you should aim to get down to like a size 8 or so, like an 8 or a 10, like a healthier size.
Done too much work for that, but I do wish that
You've done too much work. What work? Like, eat a lot? Not exercise? Like, there is no, like, they say all the time, these fat acceptance people, about how being thin and fit is easy and being fat in today's world is hard work. No, it's not. It's not too hard to sit there and be lazy and not exercise and sit on your butt and not do anything and overeat and eat whatever you want, whenever you want, as much as you want, as opposed to making the healthier choices, prepping your food, not going out to eat, not having like, that is harder.
People weren't fat phobic,
so
like all the time. Fat phobia isn't just being made fun of or not being able to get a date. It runs so much deeper than that. It's employers assuming that you're lazy.
Well,
and teachers or professors assuming that you're stupid.
You're not necessarily lazy or stupid just because you're fat. That's very much not true. But there are jobs and stuff that you cannot do as effectively if you're too big. That's just like a fact.
It's being constantly invalidated and not taken seriously in any...
I never look at somebody who's fat and go, oh, that person's fat. They're clearly an idiot. They're clearly stupid. I've never said that in my life. You can be an absolute proper genius. That has nothing to do with your weight. Although it is shown that obesity and eating poor foods does cause neural inflammation, which can affect your cognitive abilities and very specifically your mental health states. So just throw that out there.
Setting. We have so much less control over the shape of our bodies than the diet and wellness industry wants us to think we do. And
no, you have total control because you have absolute 100% control what goes into your mouth, how much of it you eat, and if you get up and move and do some sort of activity every day. That's completely in your control unless you're like in prison. And even then, you could choose to not to eat all the food they give you and stuff. Like, it is ultimately in your control.
And that includes thin people. Being thin is not some kind of achievement.
Right there. Yes, it is. Some people are naturally thin, but people like me who lost it and have to get it back because I have Lyme disease or whatever, people who have been overweight their whole life because they weren't taught to be active and they were taught bad eating habits, they lose weight. You lose weight in this food environment in this world today, especially in like the United States. It absolutely is an achievement to be thin.
You won the genetic
no, you didn't win the genetic lottery. Guess what? Most of the women in my family that I can think of are some degree of overweight, most of them obese, some of them extremely obese. So if I'm not, and I wasn't, it was because of my own choices. My sister is thin because of her choices. It's not because we won. I did not win the genetic lottery. Okay? Like,
congratulations. Geez. But knowing all of these things does not make it any easier navigating an extremely fatphobic society.
Extremely fatphobic society. When society is more complacent and more placating and more coddling and inclusive of these people than ever before. Try being this size and being this fat and talking like this 100 years ago. Okay, we're going to end it there because I am not in the mood for any J-Bay official right now. I will do some other stuff. I am working on some other videos and stuff today. I'm going to try to get at least 3 videos out a week, 3 or 4. Different type of reacts. I'm going to figure out what else I'm going to be doing. But I appreciate you watching. I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about anything. Share any of your thoughts or feelings with any of these people. Or if you just want to let me know you made it to the end of the video. If you did, God bless you, because these videos can get long. The child over here said comment potato. Or leave a potato emoji in the comment section. And don't forget to like if you made it to the end. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and I will see you guys in the next one. So have a good one.